Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining another episode of Within the Cauldron, where secrets lies within the mysteries of the cauldron. Today, um, we got a special guest star. No, it's not this doggy here, but she's trying to get into the picture here. Uh, no, but my husband and I, Chris and I, would like very much to welcome this next guest. And bear with us while I'm getting a doggy hugs. Okay, so Chris is going to introduce our next
Everyone,
guest.
I'd like to introduce you to White Raven, and she is a very fantastic spellcaster in my eyes. She talks about bringing back power to yourself and bringing it to where it needs to be. And I'm happy as all get out to have her on our channel tonight.
So,
Welcome.
thank you for coming.
I am so excited to be here with you guys. I'm just very happy. Very happy to be here.
Well, we're glad to for you to come because we really enjoyed your videos. We watched pretty much every one of them.
Well, I don't know about every one of them.
Which has a lot, yeah. So, we just seen the one on Amy Blackthorne on when you was talking about the book because Amy was on Thursday with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think she's awesome. I would
Yes.
love to meet her in person.
she's a badass.
Yes, I agree. I would
I
love to
should.
meet her in person.
She's a badass. But
Yes.
we're just going to get started here. So, how did you get started into witchcraft?
About 2004, I had a lot of hardships, a lot of very difficult times. Probably you guys went through the same. When I was little, I had a lot of experiences. You probably did too. I think a lot of people that are witches now always knew there were witches or something strange, but I never really answered to that call until I was going through a lot of hardship in about 2004. I was living in Puerto Rico back in that time, and I had a lot of friends that were espiritistas. They do spiritualism, and they helped me out. They were the one friends that helped me out. They introduced me to espiritismo, took me to some sessions and stuff like that, and that's pretty much how I started my path. And it was me learning little by little, learning, reading, learning, researching.
Mhm.
It was hard. There was not a lot
Yeah,
of videos or
when-
podcasts or platforms, social platforms.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when we started, they didn't have YouTube and all that. And, it was so oath bound
Mhm.
where even if you knew a witch, a real witch, good luck getting any answers at all.
Yeah.
It was one of those things back in the 90s when we got
Yes.
into it. Everything was so quiet. It was like,
Mhm.
yeah, we know, but we ain't going to answer.
Yeah.
That's what I like about your channel is that
Yes.
you really get into the nitty gritty of spell casting, and I appreciate that.
Mhm. Okay.
I'm honored. I'm very happy to help. And one of the things that perhaps you heard already, I like to say a lot is I want to be for you what I wish I had when I started.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult. I know that nowadays everybody at the tip of their fingers, they have a lot of information. It's not necessarily a correct information, um but I'm glad that I'm here, and when you teach you also learn,
Yeah.
so it's an exchange of knowledge almost, because I get very inspired by the questions that I get asked. So it's really a wonderful path.
It is. It
It
is.
has.
We've been teachers for over 30 years with our own coven. And then we did like 27 years in the pagan community. And, I will tell you that I'm honest, it's good, it's bad, and sometimes it's really ugly. I always say that because the community can be all three of those. But deep down, you do it for the gods, and that's all that counts. So, but the next question,
So, what inspired you to come up with your YouTube channel? You know,
So the in about, I think it was, my oldest video is 11 years old, so I'm thinking it was around 2013, I think it was. I have moved to Virginia, and I was so, again, trying to look for community, trying to look for people, trying to look for a place that I can relate to. And I couldn't find anything. And I just decided to start sharing with others what I was learning based on the fact that there was nobody out there. And I felt like, well, somebody's got to do it. Let me just do it myself. My grandma was a teacher, and I always wanted to be a teacher. And that's what I did. It's like, well, I'm just going to start doing it myself, and we go from here. And I hope everything is good. And now it's been what, 11 years, and over almost 600 videos, I think. And I'm very, very, very grateful that I did that. This is, it fulfilled my heart. It's the most important thing in my life.
oh, your videos are just, I mean, they're fantastic. You know,
Oh my God, thank you.
we look forward to all of them. And her video link is going across the screen down there. If anybody wants to look at that and subscribe to her channel, because you would not regret it. It's awesome channel.
yeah, take back your power.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to.
I noticed that a lot of your spells about defensive magic. Can you tell
Mhm.
our audience why that is so important?
Well, I think magic is here to assist us, to empower us. It will be very tragic that having this beautiful life that we have, we decide to be the victim of someone or circumstances of many people or even ourselves and live a life like that. I think that defense magic, defending yourself, either physically, mentally, or spiritually, is your right. You must defend yourself. I don't see there's anything wrong with that. If any, is an empowering action. You take over your life, and in turn, uh, you become better, and you're able to be better for others and also teach others to better themselves. I think it's a circle, and
Yeah.
it is a must. It is such a must. And as witches, when you guys that have been practicing for so long, me
Mhm.
that I've been doing this for so long, sometimes we are able not only to help others, but with us. Let me see how I explain this. Let's say we work in an office with
Mhm.
another 15 employees, right? You are an
Right.
employee and everybody else. And there's this one bully bullying everybody, being mean to everybody
Yes.
until they come to White Raven and they start being bullied to White Raven.
Mhm.
So I can look the other way and said, "Oh, it's okay, poor person, whatever,
Mhm.
unfortunate soul." Or I can help not only myself but helping others by
Right.
banishing that person, sending that person away. So I think defending yourself is a right. You must do that.
She
So
sounds
I'm a big advocate of defending yourself. Big advocate. Big
you sound like
advocate.
Radia. You sound exactly like a Radia.
So I think if you ever met Amy Blackthorne, she would just love you. I think you two would be.
I already love her.
So,
I love her a long time ago.
oh yeah, because yeah, she has this. You know, she's been a security guard for 22 years, and then she
Yes.
was um, karate or not karate, Budo, something like that,
Yeah, it's
self defense, and yeah, she's a
yeah.
total around
She's
badass.
awesome.
You.
I think
So,
I think I have most of her books. I think I
yeah.
have most of her books. Yeah. And
Oh,
then Weiser started sending me some books for me to review, see if I like them. So I got really into her. I really
mhm.
got into her, and I really like her. I started watching her, and I think it was in Instagram. And I would love to see her because I know she's very tall too. It's like I would love to meet this woman. I would love to meet her.
think
Yeah,
she's 6
I
foot. Yeah, I
really
think
would.
she's into 6
Yeah,
foot. So
Yeah,
she
she's
is pretty
tall.
yeah,
tall, very polite, very
yes.
nice, self, really easygoing and everything.
Do you have any projects coming up with expanding your brand and perhaps writing a book?
Yes, this is what I'll say. I will write a book. I do not know how soon this is going to happen. Perhaps
Yay!
even more than one, but it is a big, it's a focus that I have. This is my north. That's something that I want to do. I was working, believe it or not, about maybe less than 2 years ago. I was working on a tarot deck. I had my
Ooh,
illustrator. I have everything. I started doing some of the images, but I had some issues with the illustrator, and that just stopped. Very sad because I really wanted to do it. That's not to say that I won't finish it, but those are the two things that are in my what I visualize. But definitely a book. Definitely, maybe more
Yeah.
than one. I
Oh,
really hope.
well,
I really hope.
you already got fans already. We'd be the first to buy it. So we love
I want
books.
something practical. Something practical, something that you read, that it makes sense to you, that you don't feel any type of way performing magic. And yeah, it's yes, this is your birthright. You can do this. It's okay.
she
Right.
echoes exactly what I tell people. Because I tell everybody,
Yeah.
this is your birthright. And they're
Yeah.
going, well, because me and Chrissy, we do have lineage. We belong
Mhm.
to a triformous uh, tradition. We firmly believe in Aradia, Diana,
Mhm.
Hecate, Demeter. We're old school. And I tell people, it's your birthright. Grab it. God didn't put you on this earth to endure. He put us
Um,
here.
Yes.
He put us here to live and celebrate life. And a lot of people don't get that.
Yes.
I think you're telling
No.
age here, old
Uh,
school. No,
Old school
no,
I'm
is beautiful.
so young at heart.
We're still human.
So, um, for those um, for those people who are worried about the three-fold law, how shall we deal with that mentally and spiritually on your videos? Because I know, some people says, "Oh, I don't know if I want to do all that. That's like bad magic or black magic or defensive magic." They're so afraid of the threefold coming back at you. So you want to explain to the audience how you feel about that?
Yes, and I know that the threefold law is something really important for many people, and I totally understand and I totally respect that. And something that I learn sometimes, and I talk about it with my husband all the time. The map of the world is different for everybody, and to each its own, and we must respect people's individuality. But just like I was saying earlier, I think the act of defending ourselves mentally, physically, or spiritually is our duty. We must defend this body, this mind, this soul, your heart. And
Yeah.
there's nothing painful about that. Um, just because that is something, and I say this with my utmost respect, is something that I do not believe in. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't think about it when I am doing magic. When I'm doing my defensive magic, the way I see it, and maybe you've seen me saying this in the videos, you take something that somebody has inflicted upon you,
Mm-hmm.
take it out of you, and just send it back because it does not belong to you. You're not, and this is what I try to tell people, you're not doing anything bad. Whatever they've done to you, you're taking it out. It's like an illness that you have. Take it out and send it
Yeah.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing altogether is just sitting down and doing evil towards somebody else just out of spite or just because. That's very different.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I just think defending ourselves is all right. And so it's very hard for me to give you any type of input or weigh in on the threefold law because it's something that I don't comprehend very well because I don't follow.
Yeah.
But
No, that's
I believe that you have to defend yourself and your loved ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely feel the same way, you know. Um, and I know we always get feedback as somebody says, "Oh, you doing what?" And like, well, I gotta protect myself, or I gotta protect this person who's has domestic abuse or something. And they're like, "But isn't that wrong?" It's like, no, it's not wrong. I'm not killing anybody, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I feel like when I do spells like that or anything, I always feel like I have to defend myself for doing it because a lot of people don't understand because of the law. You know, there's like want to come back to you, and it's kind of like Hollywood. Like they watch Charm and they think, oh my God, you're gonna do like Charm did, or not Charm. What's that? The Craft. I mean,
The crafts, yes.
yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
So,
I mean, if we think about some, we have some deities that are absolutely wrath. They're just wrath. I mean, let's
mhm.
talk about Ekate. I'm pretty sure that she's got to do what she's got to do when she's going to do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and so yeah. And
yeah.
guys, you have no idea in the years that I have been in YouTube, the messages that I have gotten, the emails that I have gotten with pictures, with videos, uh, things that I cry when I read, things that don't let me go to sleep because I'm thinking about it, because my heart breaks, especially when they're in the beginning of my channel. I had a lot of teenagers following me. Sadly, they all went to TikTok now, but many years ago I had a lot of very young ones, and I love kids. I just really love talking, especially teenagers, because they're so, people don't understand them. And I have received videos that I swear to you, they have tear my heart apart. They're so sad. And so people don't understand. And people that watch the video, sometimes they're people is very quick, they're quick to judge, and they don't
Mhm.
understand where I'm coming from. And I know I don't explain where I'm coming from or the things that I heard. I know I say a lot, this is inspired by one of you,
Yeah.
but I see a lot of things. I see a lot of very sad things.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I can
Very
imagine.
sad things.
Yeah. I imagine. I mean, especially the society we live in nowadays. I mean, it seems like it's a society of hate and
A lot of
everything,
abuse. A lot
you
of
know,
abuse.
and
Yeah.
it's just so sad. I know, being an empath, I can't get close to anybody. If I get close to somebody, even next to a grocery store or something, I can feel the pain. I get really emotional. I
Uh-huh.
start crying and stuff, and they look at me like, why are you crying for? And I just have to just touch the arm and say, you know, and just say something, a little blessing for them, and just walk away. I know I get strange looks. I know I'll probably get, who is that crazy mad lady, you know, but yeah, it gets really sad. I just like to be home all the time sometimes, but I know I can't because
Yeah.
nature is my playground. So,
It's gotta
but
be very hard being
oh
being
yeah,
an empath. And
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Oh, that's okay. That's
I
okay.
just, it is very rewarding for me, the amount,
Yeah,
on the same token, the amount of messages that I receive when people tell me, because of you, you have your teachings or your videos have empowered me, and because of you I have changed my life around.
yeah.
And oh guys, there's just so much abuse out there. I can,
Oh
so
no.
many emails that I get on a daily basis, and this is what keeps me going. That's,
Yeah.
and I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. I
No,
can't.
don't stop. Don't
Yeah.
stop.
Please don't stop.
When we did pagan events, people would come up and tell us, you know, thank you. And it's like, don't thank us. Thank, you know, the gods for getting us together. And like, no, thank you because I met a coven, or I met, you know, people like me, or I met somebody who understood. And
Uh-huh.
this, so that's really a deep feeling for me.
Hmm.
Or,
So
or we
yeah,
even inspired people to
yeah.
meet their heroes. You know, that favorite author and stuff like
Yeah.
that, because me and Chrissy, you know, throughout our years have tried to get people who, like you have something to say, and it's
Mhm.
very important for people to understand.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody understands about defensive magic or justice magic. I believe in justice magic.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mhm.
I believe in it. That's why when I was seeing your videos, I was like, we got to talk to this woman. We got to get her on the
That's so
show.
cool, guys. I am so honored.
Oh,
But we also, I mean, he also had to get some stuff to show everybody
yes,
at your store.
I ordered some stuff from your store. Some
Oh, that's
silver,
so nice.
some silver infused black salt, and thank you. And then I
That's a
went
very
for
special salt. That's a very special salt.
yes.
It's
Uh,
very
I,
special salt.
I am being very miserly with it right now, and I
Well,
also
next
got
time you have to tell me that is you.
I got some evil eye oil.
Yes.
Yeah, here you go.
There
Yeah,
you
I'm
the
not
evil
really-
eye.
Yes,
Yes. Uh-huh.
there.
Then I also bought some reversal oil.
Yeah.
And everybody, the stuff was
I guess.
packed
There we go.
really nice.
So,
I got a sticker and also
Yes. Yes.
Bye.
I always send it's not real money, but I always send
Oh,
because
and you got this one.
listen,
Hey, oil too. To make sure.
packing my
Yeah.
let me see. Yes, that's nice too.
Here's a blast off for the audience. Well, if I get
Yes.
into
Packing my orders is like packing gift for Christmas. I pack every single order the same. I sit down, I wrap them up, I put my it's either stickers or the charms. I think about the charms that I'm going to send. I based on the oils that people request or the powders, I already feel like I know what type of spell you're gonna do. Sometimes I like to add some charms to it. It takes a lot of meditation, a lot of communion with my spirits, a lot of research to do all this. And the way I see it, this is something that, and maybe you feel the same way. This is a gift that has been given to you,
yes.
right? And you have to respect it and honor it so much because you have it today because it's been given to you. But that doesn't mean you could have it forever if you don't treasure what you have. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yes.
And
Yes. I totally agree with
it fills
you.
my heart. It fills my heart every single time. It just fills my heart.
Well,
It
you
makes
got
me so happy.
not only do you have fans of yours, you have, I guess, buyers, shoppers of yours too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
I have
our stream right now is streaming over in the UK right now. So people over in the UK is gonna be seeing your video.
Yeah.
And they'll
So,
be going, wait a minute, we
Yep.
got to check her out.
so here is our spirit sister, Willow. She says justice spells are amazing.
yeah.
And then we have a sister in Scotland that's saying, "Hi everyone, just home from work, so perfect thing to watch. Blessings from Scotland." So
I have people from Scotland. I have people from a lot of people from Germany. I have people from Italy. I have people from England. I have even people, believe it or not, from Dubai, which I thought it was
wow.
what? Yeah. I have yes. And from I think I don't know what other country, but I have some Middle Eastern countries as well. And to me, that's very people from India. To me, very. I'm in shock that actually people from certain countries even they watch this channel. I have people from Africa, from Philippines,
Wow.
of course all South America. My husband keeps telling me that I should do the channel in Spanish, and it's something that's in the back of my head, but I work full time, so it's so hard. Guys, I don't
It,
sleep.
it is hard.
It's like always doing something all the
Yeah,
time.
time management is probably one of the hardest things to do because there's not enough time in a day. So, and so
And then
much
you
to,
want to read all the books. And thank
yeah.
God now we have Audible, so I sleep with books all
Yeah.
night long.
Yeah. I have to because if I'm going to have guests coming on, I got to, read their books or update what I, have read before or something. And so in my sleep, I don't know if I even sleep. I just listen to,
Right.
and then when I get up, I listen to the words again. It's like, okay, did I sleep any? So,
And the
um,
books, if you fall asleep, the books go in your sleep, in your dreams.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
yeah.
crazy. I have a
That
book in my ears every night. Yeah.
Speaking of books, though, can you give us some book recommendations of defensive or justice spells that you like?
Lately, not lately, for quite some time now, I am in love with a few authors, not too many. I like number one, Miss Aida. She does a lot of hoodoo. She's Cuban and she also practices Santeria. So again, you guys know that I am Puerto Rican. So I
Mhm.
tend to follow and gravitate towards my DNA and the bloods that runs through my vein, which is Spanish, Native, and Black. So I gravitate through all that stuff. And so I love Miss Aida. I love Denise Alvarado. I love going to New Orleans, so I love Denise Alvarado, and I also like Jason Miller a lot, and of course I love Judy Gailes.
Hmm.
Anything Judy Gailes. Oh my God, I have guys. If you see all the books that I have in here, I have some books from authors that write about Santeria, Palomayombe, and all those other religions. But mainstream, Judy Gailes, Denise Alvarado, um, Miss Aida, and Jason Miller, I like very much. I love very much the book that Antonio Pagliarulo did on the Evil Eye. I like that book very much. Jake Richards, the guy that wrote
Yeah,
Backwood
backwoods.
Witchcraft, yeah, with
Oh,
Appalachia Magic. I really like him.
yeah.
There's a few more. I'm sorry, I don't try to I have all my books over
Yeah.
here and some upstairs, but those are my favorite books. In one of my blogs in the website, I put some of the books that I like a lot. From England, I like what is give me 1 second. I'll show you really quick.
Okay.
Of course, anything from the amazing Ronald Houghton.
Oh, cool.
Anything Ronald Houghton, I love. Rosemary Ellen Guiley, she passed away, but she's very smart and she has a lot of encyclopedias. I have a lot, guys. Of course, I like Amy. I like a lot of people. I
Well,
like a lot of people.
that's, we
I like a lot of
Jake
people.
is supposed to be Jake Richards is supposed to be coming on sometime.
Nice.
We kind of connected, but it's like he's so busy and everything. So we just kind of he's like, yes, I would come on, give me the dates, and then it's like, okay, So but people are busy, like everything, and that's good. That's good. That means when you're busy, you're doing the goddess work. You know, that's how I look at it. And that's good. Yes, that is
Jake is
really
awesome, and I'm pretty sure they're all very busy.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good people out there.
There is, there really is. With your store, how long have your now is it an online store or do you have a front business or is it just online or
Right now, it's on. Right now, it's online,
oh,
and I was not planning to have an online business, but people in the videos always ask me. They used to ask me if I where do can I buy these things that you're using, and it's like I realize that not everybody has a botanica or a spiritual shop close by. So
Right.
I decided this is something that when I lived in Puerto Rico, I wanted to have a botanica, and I couldn't do that because, sorry, I don't like to deviate, but my father was a minister for a Protestant church for 25 years. He was charismatic Protestant. So in Puerto Rico, spiritual shop, magic shop, brujeria, botanica was not something for me. So when I moved over here, it's easier for me to do this almost underground and do this online.
Mhm.
And it's been very successful. And I think I own the success to two things, because it's a gift that's been given to me that I respect with all my heart. And second of all, because the people from the channel really want what I have. They really want it. It's like we need it.
Yeah.
So I just
But
do it for them. It's like, okay, here you go.
and that's a good reason. Believe me, I know when we had a business back in the early 2000, and it was in a very small town, Bible Belt time. It's like don't talk about it, and stuff. And my husband kept saying, you shouldn't really go all witchy stuff. You might scare the town. Did I listen? No.
No.
I don't listen because to me, I'm not a judgmental person. I'm free spirit and open minded, and I think on the mindset that everybody else should be too. You know, so I had a beautiful salon. We have big picture windows, and I had like lava lamps, pinnacles and cauldron and tarot cards and
Yeah, that's
Was this
skulls.
cool.
in Idaho?
No, Ohio, Iowa. We
Oh,
live in Iowa. Yeah.
Iowa.
And my husband's like, you're just asking for it. And I was like, me, I'm just like, oh no, it's okay. Well, after the holidays, yeah, they try to close me down. And actually they did. It took them a few months, but they closed us down because of our brand. You know, they can't have witchcraft in that town. So,
And
but
but
we
now,
went online then for a little bit.
but now if you go back to the
Yeah.
same small town, everybody looks at me and Chrissy and they're like, "Where you guys been? We need teachers."
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
these, all these younger folks is coming up and being more open-minded, more diverse in their beliefs.
Mhm.
It's amazing how that small town has really changed.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you even
It is hard. It is hard sometimes depending where you live. I know in this little town where I live, they're very conservative. So I have to be very careful
yeah.
Yeah.
in
Do
that
you think
sense.
witchcraft has changed over the years so?
Yes. Yes.
It's getting better,
Um,
bigger, maybe?
um, I don't even know. I'm conflicted because I think it's more accessible to people that need the help. And on the same token, there's a lot of misinformation out there. And
Yeah.
then what worries me about all this is that the new people, because not necessarily young people, it could be
Mhm.
people of any age that are starting now, are exposed to a lot of misinformation, and it's
Mhm.
very painful to me to see that they do not take the time to
Yeah.
read the people that paved the road for everybody else. They're never going to go and check Buckland. They're never going to go and check like Hudson, forget it. They're not going to check anything like that. And
Yeah.
so it's very sad because they don't know the essence. They just know what's out there now. And
Mhm.
what's going to happen in another 100 years when none of us are alive? What's going to happen with magic? It's just, I think about it a lot. I think it's very mainstream.
I think it's sad because, like for me and Chrissy, we're from an Iridian tradition, Radia,
Mhm.
okay? And I firmly believe in ritual because that's what our ancestors did. That's what's in our blood, our lineage, coming forward. And I see a lot of people who just, I want the spells, I want the spells. but they don't
Uh-huh.
understand that true magic is a
Uh-huh.
combination of both. You know,
Yeah.
you have to have
Frustrating.
that
Mhm.
ancestral touch to it. You know,
Yeah.
the nature, the spiritual,
Yes.
and the desire to,
Yeah.
as one of my sisters said, it is to dance with the gods,
Mhm.
to understand that dance within the circle, to become one and united with them, to
Yeah.
understand the truth of knowledge, to understand the
Mhm.
truth of spirituality. And a lot of people, they forget that within their practice, you know,
Yeah.
that instead
Yeah.
of taking it to what I call high magic, they keep it on a low
Uh-huh.
vibrational level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like for
So
me,
it goes, all that spell work goes from here, bloop, to here. And then
yeah,
they complain because it doesn't work.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's like for me, when I'm in ritual and I start reading the charge of the goddess, I get emotional, tears,
Mhm.
tears. And people are looking at me and I'm like, I'm really sorry, guys. Just, you know, the goddess has done so much for me throughout my
Mhm.
life. You know, people,
It's so true.
Oh yeah.
It's
they
it's
don't,
very, that sense is really frustrating because I get people that they just jump into the channel just because they just want to spell a quick spell. And then they want to get, they want one spell to fix their entire life.
Yeah.
But how is your spiritual life? I can give you one spell, two spell, 100 spells, but how your spiritual life? How is your communication with your own? Because we all have our different deities or spirits. How is, they don't develop that part. So how are you going to develop magic?
you know,
It's so frustrating.
when me and Chrissy got into witchcraft, you know, we started with like Scott Cunningham and, you know, and I was really trying to find myself after Desert Shield, Desert Storm. You
Mhm.
know, I come home, I got lucky in the war. I came home whole, but I was angry. Then I lost my hand, you know, shortly afterwards. And you know, I'm going to be truthful. I was an asshole. And for everybody on the channel, I'm sorry for using, you know, cussing, but I was, you know, I was lost.
Yeah.
So when this lady out in Vermont asked me to come out and she initiated us, my life changed so fast.
Change.
I mean, so fast. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't snap my fingers quick enough to tell you
Yeah.
just from that initiation how fast the magic started flowing and how my life changed, you know, spiritually. I can't,
And the beauty of all this is when you have this close relationship with your deities, magic happens without almost you moving a finger. That
Right.
your life becomes magic.
yeah,
Everything is magic. It's like everything changes, you know? It's
yeah,
really incredible. And I wish this is something that many people that watches the channel understand this. There's other ones that don't, so the good comes with the bad, and it's just part of the trade. But
Mhm.
if people only knew how life can actually change in such way,
Yeah.
yeah.
just by opening and developing your spiritual life, it's very hard to get that across sometimes.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
you know, Raven, for me, it was like we no more got home, you know, from our initiation, and there was these crows and ravens all over our backyard, our house, and I'm sitting there going,
Wow.
okay, what's going on, you know? And then you start, you know, for me, I could feel it in my hand. It was like my hand was just hot, heated all the time. And from
Yeah.
starting to do rituals and feeling that energy, and the goddess is leading us, you know, the person who initiated us, she initiated us to our path, but she actually initiated us to her path because later on we followed a path of Stragaria, which is very Iridian, you know, very Italian, you know. If you know who Raven Grimassi is, you know, a
Yes,
lot
I
of,
know Raven Grimacy. Yes.
he was one of our teachers, and his books so inspired us. It was like I could go through and look at the charts of the goddess, the descent of the goddess, the ascent of the goddess. And it was like, I already know this stuff. It's past life.
Uh-huh.
Magic, our
Uh-huh.
magic, yours, mine, Chrissy's, anybody who steps into the path, they have to realize this spell was cast millennia ago, and that all of us are participating through birth, our birthright, to
Yes.
celebrate the goddess and magic. Let's be. Thank you.
Yeah. We
So cute.
every time we did a pagan event and stuff, we always talk about the lady and the Lord. It's just so much emotions, passion that we just end up crying because
Yes.
which I cry now. But it's
I
just,
feel
it's,
it.
it's just a lot of passion. It's a lot of desires. It's the lady, if you just reach out to her and just smell and look around the universe, what she has given you, what the God has given you, it's beautiful. It's amazing. And I think once you get initiated, you open your eyes to that too. And where you want to
Mhm.
go on to learn, and teach and research. So I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful path. I would never go any other spiritual path. So being a witch
That
is,
is,
yeah,
and that is that it is so wholesome and it's almost so hard to describe the the change in your
Yeah,
soul when you actually have a connection with
yeah,
your deity. And
yeah,
there is you become out of this world. In other words, you're not like a typical human anymore. You're out of this world.
that's
And
true.
yeah, you leave many friends because they don't add anything to your life anymore. If any, they take away, and
Yep,
everything changes. And
yeah.
it is, and everything becomes magic. I felt you guys right now. Whatever you guys were telling me, I felt it in my body.
It's
I've
just,
got goosebumps.
yeah, and
I feel
you
the
know
love.
what? And you are correct because I know when we told people who we really truly want to be in life and everything, yeah, we lost friends, we lost
Uh-huh.
relatives, you know. I probably only got one relative that I actually speak to, maybe two, you know. And I got my old friends may have left, but I got new friends, that's like me. So, it works its way out. And the best friend I have is the goddess.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's the best.
She's a never fail, always with us.
Never.
You
Well,
know,
you guys are in the right place right now. You guys have this huge platform to spread this message and try to reach out to people that needs to hear this.
Yeah, we try. It's hard, but we don't give up. We never give
No.
up or anything. So, go ahead and
go
read
ahead,
that.
go
No, you
ahead,
go ahead.
go ahead, baby. Go
Um,
ahead.
I want to add one more thing. What is your favorite type of justice or bay for magic working?
Usually I love bottles. If that I hope that's where you're asking me. What's my
Mhm.
first bottles? Love bottles. Um love bottles. Anything that is enclosures. I love enclosures. And I also like candle magic. I think candle magic is so simple and I think it's so powerful.
Mhm.
It is.
Love candle magic.
Yeah.
Love it. I think it's Buckland has a really good, is it Buckland? Yes,
Yeah,
I think I
Probably
have a
is.
few, but Buckland has a really good book on candle magic.
Yes, he does.
I love it. Love it. All those rituals, I think they're so incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
What else I like? Oh, and I like puppets. I definitely like puppets. Yeah,
I
I
like.
like dollies. I'll do dollies once in a while.
A funny story when my kids was growing up, because we raised our kids. We have 4 kids, and we raised them into the path, so they don't know any other path. And I know when my daughters became teenagers, I used they used to find puppets in the freezer. Which always says, "Mom, what's this doing in the freezer?"
What are you doing?
Like, you don't have to ask, it's okay. But they're not stupid. They know from the path. They know, and I'm like, that voice is not right for you, honey. Or my sons always say the same thing too. That young
Quit.
lady is just not right for you. And yeah, they would
The
tell you that
famous words
story.
is quit freezing my boyfriends.
Yeah, stop praising my boyfriends or my friends and stuff. And it's like, mama knows best.
Quit drinking. Staying out all night.
Yeah.
Being
But-
naughty.
Yeah, but they tell the story all the time, because I think they think it was kind of funny growing up in the path and having parents to not only just have a coven but be community leaders. So there was always with people like them, pagan people and everything, witches, druids, and everything, and shaman even, because my oldest son decided to go to the shaman path. So we helped him with powwows for his
You must
dedication.
be so proud.
I am proud of my kids, and I'm also proud that they support us as well as we support them. And
Uh-huh.
But
so,
what's really amazing throughout the years and all the magic that we have done, every one of our kids has been successful.
yeah,
Every one of them. And I'm very proud of them for being that way. For
That's part of
asking,
the magic. That's
yeah,
part
Yeah.
of this beautiful magical life.
not for
Mhm.
relying upon us, but reaching out to the goddess and, having that rapport with them. And I think that's very important for kids,
Yeah.
to have some kind of rapport, whether it's through Yeshua, Jesus, or through the goddess,
Yeah.
have that rapport.
Yeah. And we got a couple of comments before we go to. Spirit Sister Sherry says, I love my path. It's me, always has been. I've seen amazing things, and I wouldn't be any other way. I'm blessed, health, goddess, and gods. Yes. Yes, dear sister, that is correct. And as Sister Drew, I'd not be here if I didn't know my spiritual path. That
Mhm.
that is very true. I always say that over and over. Just recently, we had a blessing on my daughter had an accident pretty bad. Um, it could have been worse, a lot worse.
Train. It
And
involved a train.
her and my granddaughter was both safe. So, that was a blessing. They walked away okay. So, that could be a disaster area. So, goddess was watching over them, angels, guardians. And so, yeah, we
That
count.
is that is something that I would like to add on. Um, a lot of people believe that just because you are a witch, your
Mhm.
life has to be perfect
Right.
and nothing bad could happen to you. And I had the same experience as you guys. A couple of years ago, we were at the Shenandoah Park here in Virginia, part of the Appalachian Mountains and the Blue Ridge. And I was doing a little ritual for the Fae, and I was giving gifts and so on and so forth. And we were on the mountains, and my husband fell down in a cliff, and I thought he was going to die. I told my husband I was not going to see him ever again in my life. I thought he was just going to go down the cliff, and he did not fall down the cliff. This was right after I did my ritual, mind you. He broke his hip, and we have to rescue him and the whole thing. It was pretty dramatic. It was an experience, and I always think this could have been worse. He
Yeah.
could have fallen down the cliff.
Oh,
He
yeah.
could have fallen. And I always think that it was because I did this ritual prior he got spare. So I always think the same thing as you guys. When you have these beliefs and this faith in what you believe, you always think that no matter what happens, you understand things could
Right.
be a lot better, a lot worse,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
a lot worse. And
Yeah.
I got spare and I'm safe and everything, everybody's good. So we're good.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
good.
Um, yeah. Count your blessing, folks. Don't take life for granted.
Correct.
Do
Correct.
your devotions, your affirmations, your rituals, your prayers, your meditation. Even if it's 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. And, go for, 2 hours. I like going for a couple hours. We spend about 2, 3 hours a day just doing something spiritual, either if it was, watching your videos or reading a book or meditation or anything. We're always doing something to enlighten ourselves, to research more on different topics that we are interested in. And it really helps enlighten yourself and brings more blessings to you, I think, because you get to understand the universe a lot better
Yeah.
than shutting it down.
I have
Yes.
people tend to get upset at me because I like to do cross references from Christianity to witchcraft so that everybody can understand. But a lot of people, they get upset because they're thinking that I'm preaching the Bible when I'm actually reaching across saying, look at it this way. And then they tend not
It's
to look outside of the box.
Right.
it's very hard. And if you probably have noticed that in Spanish brujeria, you mix Christianity or you mix Bible a lot with magic. Personally, I think the Bible is an extremely magical book. And there's things that, yeah, people don't understand because they get too focused in denominations or this is what it is instead of being so open to God is God.
All
God
right.
Yeah.
is your God, my God, God is God.
Mhm.
And there could be many or just one that represents many. And yeah, we have to be open because the more we learn, the more power we get, the more we learn. This is something I tell people.
I agree.
So
100%.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yes, definitely. Well, I just want to say, you got anything else for me? Oh,
Yeah.
you have something else to say.
I would like for you to plug your store and tell people how they can get a hold of you if they
Oh,
want
yeah.
to see your videos, go to your online store. Yeah, tell people how to get a hold of you real
Yeah.
quick.
So my website is a long name, but it's White Raven and witcheslair.com. And in there, I am so far, I go and check it out. I have many products in there. The website is going to get bigger. I'm going to start adding more different uh path of magic products. So it's not just going to be what you see there now. I'm going to have like a Hispanic part and some other things that I'm going to start adding. The sky's the limit. I am just dreaming. It's going to be growing. White Raven and witcheslair.com. The YouTube channel is called White Raven and Witches Lair. And this is a name that came to me, both my magic name and the name of my brand. And that's how it's going to stay for life. And I will love to answer questions. You can email me there. I can answer questions. And I see you every Monday. Every Monday I'm on YouTube. Every Monday you can see me. I don't do a lot of lives. I should do more lives because I don't do a lot of lives.
Well, when you do your next podcast, just wave at us and we would wave back and say hi.
Yeah. I'll be happy to maybe it's one of these days do a live again now because I haven't done that. And I'm happy if you guys ever need me here, I'll be very happy to be
Oh,
here with
most
you
definitely.
guys.
Most
It was a
definitely.
pleasure meeting you guys. You guys
Yes.
are amazing.
Well, thank you so much. And subscribe to her channel, everybody, as well as to ours too. Share and like. And I'm telling you, this lady, she's a badass too. I mean,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
really
It-
is.
you know how I view you. You're like another Reverend Gramassi. That Buckman.
Oh, I'm
You know,
honored.
people are going
Yeah.
to see your videos, then they're going to get a good idea
Mhm.
how to do magic. And
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you. Mwah. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are beautiful.
Okay. Bye bye.
much.
Bye, guys.